Hey everybody, Joshua the window cleaner here, and tonight I wanted to go live to talk about a few topics. I'm looking forward to having you guys be able to comment. I'm not sure how many people are actually going to be able to get on here, so I might just be rambling on, but that's totally fine because this video is going to be the video for tomorrow. So there won't be a new video. This will be the video for tomorrow. So just a quick disclaimer, I'm not going to be editing today. This will be the video. So just real quick, I just want to let everybody know I don't know everything. I've only been doing this for a few years. This is just my take, what I've learned, and kind of some tips that I would have liked to known myself whenever I started my business. So I don't know everything. There's a lot of videos out there, just like I talked about in my other video yesterday. There's a lot of videos out there I haven't had time to watch. Is everybody able to hear me okay? If you don't mind, somebody just telling me that you can hear me on the comments. That would be great, so I'm not just rambling on and you can't hear me. So if you can hear me, I'm going to keep talking just in case you can hear me. Just some things I'm going to be talking about tonight. Window cleaner means people person. Yes. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, David. Hey, David, how you doing? Just making sure everybody can hear me because I kind of got a software going, and so this is the first time I'm able to go live on here, and I just want to make sure everything's working. So anyways, so I'm going to be talking about window cleaner means people person. You got to be a people person to be a window cleaner. It's just how it works. You want to network. That's super huge, but that's just something I'm going to be talking about tonight. I have a things to do list. This was my list for today. Can't see it too well, but I have templates on this. So I'm gonna be talking about the things to do list a little bit on just how to get organized throughout the day to be very productive, and how you want to dress nice when you go to a customer's house. You don't want to just be wearing a t-shirt. Something I learned a long time ago. I actually had a customer kind of give me some tips on that, and kind of got onto me because I was wearing a t-shirt, and it was a super cool experience because it taught me a lot. But at the time, I was super aggravated. But anyway, so I'll talk a little bit about that. Rain cancellations, people canceling for the rain, and what we do. We do a few different things, but we'll get into that a little bit. YouTube and what I've learned. We'll get into a little bit of the COVID situation. I can answer a few questions if there's some people on here that want to ask some questions. And just so you know, my story is just in a few more videos. As of now, I'm at 94 videos. So I guess a week from today, pretty much, will be my 100th video, and that's when I'll be telling my story. So there'll be people that want to know my story tonight, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. So just stay tuned to my videos. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get the notifications whenever I post. Typically, I post every morning at 7 a.m. That's going to change soon after my 100th video, and I tell my story. I'm going to one video per week, and then I might go live every week. I'm not going to hold myself to that, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I really made all my videos so that way I could really help some people. I know there's a lot of people in my area that are actually watching my videos, so it looks like I see Big Mike. So, hey, Big Mike, good to see you, man. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. But, yeah, so there's some people in my area I'm able to help, too. But what that does is there's a lot of people out there that are kind of stingy with the information that they know. But in my opinion, I think it's super important to help other business owners know the pricing and things like that, because that's how we know the market. There's plenty of glass out there for everybody, so I'm not too much worried about, like it being competitive. Like there's plenty of glass, like, it's not that big of a deal. But I just want to be able to help people. So, being able to tell people my pricing helps. In our area, it ranges from about $12 to $17 per window, and I charge $15, so I'm kind of like smack dab in the middle of that. Which I'm probably going to be going up on my price soon because I want to continue to grow. So, that's a big, huge thing I talked about yesterday in my video, was that you want to know your worth and make sure that you're charging enough. That's huge. That can actually damage the market in your area if you're too cheap, because you're doing a really good job. If you take pride in your work, you show up on time and everything, charge for that. People will pay that. Like it's no doubt. And you got to be able to grow. You got to be able to be licensed, bonded, insured, stay legit. That's huge, So in order to do that, you have to, charge more, because you're not going to be able to make it. I see so many businesses going out of business, especially in my area. Just since I've been in business, so many people go out of business in the window cleaning industry because they don't charge enough. So you want to be a part of this community, so you have to charge and tell people that. One thing, let me see if I can look it up real fast. One thing I said to a customer recently, I'll just read exactly what I said. But there was a customer that said that there was somebody else that was more competitive at $12 a window, and I said, hey, look, that's totally fine. I totally understand. I'm not the cheapest. I'm not for everybody. This is a luxury service. But you kind of want to stand your ground on that, because what happened is somebody just goes and tells everybody else, oh, well, this person was cheaper. So, as you want to grow, you're going to want to charge more. As you get more involved in the community, you start joining chambers, you start helping the community out, you're going to want to make more money, because that's the only way that you can do that. It's the only way you can be a part of your community and stuff, is if you're making enough money to be a part of that. So if you really truly want to grow your window cleaning business, you're going to get involved with community events. You're going to see what the chamber's doing, know people in the chambers. Like, it's super important to go out and network. That's huge. So let me try to find this message real quick. All right, so her message was, thank you so much for following up. I did get some pricing that was a bit more competitive at $12 a window, and so with the price difference, it does add up overall. I said, absolutely, yes, you are correct. We are the most reliable and consistent quality window cleaning company in our area, and we are local. We support local kids teams and are part of our local chambers. I am Joshua, the owner, and take pride of providing the absolute best experience when servicing your home. We are licensed, bonded, and insured for residential and commercial properties. All of our employees are drug screened and background checked. We do community donations all the time, and last year for Thanksgiving, we fed over 10 families. We give back to our community and do our best to provide you with the absolute best service possible. In saying this, I understand that not everyone is an ideal client for us. I believe I am priced as fairly as possible, as I possibly can, and if you give us the opportunity to service your home, you will see that what we charge is totally worth it. You can check our reviews and check our reputation in our community. No other local window cleaning company has the reputation we have, and we are not the most expensive. Prices range from $12 to $17 per window for a professional, licensed, bonded, and insured company in our area. I really, truly hope this explains why I have our prices where I do. I want to make sure that I can provide a quality work every single time, and California does not make it easy for a small business owner like myself. I love this community and want to be a part of this community, and being legit costs us a ton. Hopefully you understand, and I hope that you have a blessed night, and if you're interested in the future, please don't hesitate to contact me anytime. There's some people out there that are like, that is so much to type out. Yeah, but if you already have it typed out, you're already ready for that. You're already ready for the customer when they say that, to stand your ground, because you have to stick up for your business, because word of mouth is huge. And so, she might not choose my company right now, but it does kind of leave her curious to say, like, dang, he does all that, like, he's involved in the community. I wonder what his services, what's different about his services. So you leave them kind of curious on that, like, what's the $3 in this situation? What more value is that going to be? Like, I want to communicate. I like to over-communicate to the customer, because that just lets them know your perspective. They don't know. They see it as, I need my windows clean. They don't really look in the windows probably all that much as like we would look at the windows. But they probably look at the windows and they're like, man, I need to get these cleaned, or I'm moving out, or there's always a situation on why they want to get them clean. Very rarely is there a customer that is like very particular, like, I look at my windows every day. There are a few of them, and I love those customers. Those are great customers. But they also will call you randomly and like, I need this done today because I got somebody coming over. But most of the time it's like, 4 or 5 windows in the kitchen, or, it's something similar like that. So we can, just swing by real quick and get it done for them. But those customers are good, but that's not the ideal client that you want. The ideal client that you want doesn't really even ask a price, but you give them one anyways. Make sure that you give them a price anyways, because you don't want them to be surprised, because sometimes they might have the expectation that it's going to be $120 when in reality it's going to be $250, and so you want to let them know. So normally what we do is we do a quote over the phone. We say, hey, look, this is how much it's going to be. Then we get to the job and we provide another quote, and then we say, hey, actually, you said you had 25 windows. This is literally what happened yesterday. They said they had 25 windows. We get there, they have 42 windows. And so I'm like, okay, that's a lot more windows than what we thought. So luckily, it was raining and hailing and stuff yesterday. So we didn't have another job that afternoon, so we had time to be able to knock out those 42 windows, which was great. But whenever I went up, she said that she had told her husband, "Did you even count the windows?" And he said no. So whenever we asked him, "How many windows do you have?" he was like, "Oh, we got about 25." So they didn't even count the windows. And so that's huge on why you want to walk around and do the quote before you start. And you want to let them know too, hey, yep, when we get there, that's the first thing we're going to do. So I normally like to count the windows from the outside. That normally helps me. Walking through the house is just really confusing to me on trying to count windows because I always miss one that I think's a closet or something like that. So you just want to count the windows from the outside. That's going to be your best bet. So I'm just going to jump right into it. Window cleaner means people person. This is huge. You have to be a people person. You have to be able to go out and network. You have to be able to go and talk to people. You have to be able to look people square in the eyes and be a real person. I think that's so huge. Typically, whenever I go into someone's home, to make them feel comfortable, I kind of find something that I can relate to. For instance, I just went to a house the other day. We were doing some windows, and they had a huge teepee in their yard. And I was like, oh, that's so cool you have a teepee in your yard. My grandfather has a teepee, and he loves this teepee. We went out to Colorado, and we stayed out there in tents, and he had this huge teepee. It was so cool, and we stayed out there for a week. And so, I was able to relate in that way. You might not necessarily want to talk about maybe like personal stuff and like politics and religious stuff. Like normally you want to try to stay away from that. Now I do tell people that I am a believer because I feel like I'm supposed to. I would never deny that. So I let people know right away, hey, my hope is in Christ. So, the religious part on that end, but getting into a debate with somebody that might not be a Christian might not be the best idea when you're in business, So it might not be best for you to get into the religious side, but that's all about the culture of your business and what you're trying to do, I think it's super important that that the client that is in front of you is actually like somebody that's going to help you grow your business. This person can refer you to people. This person can destroy your business. This person can lag on to you and leave you bad reviews. And every time somebody says you're amazing, they can tell you. I see it all the time in other businesses. I haven't had that experience yet. Thank God. But if somebody wants a window touched up, I'll just go touch it up. It's not that big of a deal. I'll make it happen. I normally try to please the customer, but at the same time, you do have those bad customers. So don't let people run you over. You got to be a people person, but there's people out there that appreciate that. There's people out there that abuse that too. And they're like, oh, I'm going to take advantage of this person. That's why you don't really want the cheaper person. You want the person that's going to want to pay more money. But so you gotta be a people pleaser at times, but you just kind of want to set that expectation of, hey, this is, walk around when you're looking at the windows. Hey, there's hard water here. We might get into some screens that are kind of messed up. We might not be able to wash them with the screen washer, but we'll wash them the best we can. These screens are tore up, and from our understanding, you don't want to repair them. So there's so many different levels to what you need to say to the customer, but over time you learn that. So it's not like you're gonna just learn everything all at one time. You will learn that. So the more you do it, the more you go out, the more jobs you have, the more clients that you get better with that. And you start realizing that there's so many different personalities, and that's how you kind of have to respond to how their personality is. Some people like to talk a lot. Some people don't like to talk at all. It's a hit or miss whenever it comes to that too, because you could go to a house and the husband's real quiet and the wife wants to talk a lot. Vice versa. You go to a house and the wife's real quiet and then the husband wants to talk a lot. So, you never know what you're kind of going into, and people have their own situations going on. You're going into their bedroom, you're going into their bathroom, you're going into their whole entire house. So, you want to make them feel comfortable. Try to find a way to make them feel comfortable. You are, and then right now with the pandemic and COVID, all this stuff going on, we're having to wear a mask inside. And so, I always tell people when I walk by, if it kind of gets awkward or something, be like, hey, I'm smiling under my mask, just to let you know, and they kind of laugh. And, you just kind of want to break that tension in there because, like I say, you're wearing a mask in somebody's house. And so doing that, though, you kind of be friendly, try to talk to them as much as you can. But like I said, don't overstep your boundary. If there's somebody that doesn't really want to communicate, don't overstep that boundaries. But yeah, so Big Mike says stay away from politics. Yes, stay away from politics. We all have our opinion. We all have our opinion. So you got to stay away from those politics. I don't recommend that. But there's some people that you can tell you might be able to get friendly with it, and that might be how you connect, is being like, I don't really like talking about politics. But and sometimes I like to just start a conversation. I might get them on like, what do you think, about this, or something like that. But it just depends on the person. There again, you kind of got to be able to read people. You got to be able to know like how that customer is gonna, respond. But you're in their house, so a lot of times you can fill out characters based on how they design their home, and a lot of times you can see the culture of somebody by what they have in their home, the pictures they have on their wall, stuff like that. You can kind of get a little bit of insight and get the vibes going when you get there, to know whether or not that's appropriate or not. But I would say if you could stay away from it, stay away from it. But every business owner is going to be different, and they're going to have all different perspectives. So that might be a way that you relate to that person. So that might be a good thing, because then they're going to refer you to other people that think that, and they're like, oh, well, he thought that. That's great. I want to support his business. It just depends on the customer. Every situation's almost different. So that's my topic on window cleaner means people person. The next thing I want to talk about, let's see, is the things to do today list. I'll just run through this really, really, really quick. So I have this list here. See if I can show it. So it says things to do. And then I have the to-do list over here. And to contact people that you might want to contact, people that you need to follow up with, and then just some notes throughout the day. And I'll kind of show you a little bit of how mine looks. But you can see, like, there's just so much stuff that I have to do. And then, there's little notes right here, like Ryan Fuster's telling me some tools I need to get, and I try to keep those at the bottom of my notes so that whenever I want to buy some more tools, I will, try to get those. I want to see what they're about. But he mentioned those in another video. So that's typically what I have on my things to do list. Just everything I have to do that day. And if there's empty spots, a lot of times I'll try to use that same page for the next day and just kind of check them off, like you've seen there. So that was the things to do list. And let's see, there will be no video tomorrow, just for the people that might be just now getting on or just now seeing this video. Okay, so dressing nice is the next thing I'm going to talk about. Okay, so we have Port Authority, really nice, breathable shirts with our logo embroidered, our name embroidered on our shirts. We also have hoodies that have the same thing. They're embroidered on our shirts. So I used to have a t-shirt. Actually, Melissa made my first t-shirt, and she's on here tonight. She's actually my secretary now. She was my customer for a long time, and then turned out to want to work for me and became my secretary, and she has been awesome. So Melissa made my first t-shirt. So I had t-shirts, and I had a totally different logo and everything when I started. I had a different slogan, everything. Everything was totally different. And I went to this customer's house, and they were pretty big. They started like the first solar company in Southern California. So they were, they have a really nice home and everything. And I was out cleaning the windows, and the husband, he was like, I can't believe you're just wearing a t-shirt. You need to have nice shirts. And, he was wearing a nice collared shirt with his name embroidered, and they have their logo embroidered. And he was like, you need to, look really nice for what you do. You'll get more customers. And he was kind of hard on me. He was really kind of hard on me. And his wife actually came up to me and said, hey, I'm sorry that he's being so hard on you. He just, he just wants to see you succeed. And I had this clothes basket full of towels in the front seat of my truck. And my truck was just loaded down. So it was pretty funny because he was like, man, you look like you got to, you're going to do laundry after you leave here. And you just need to be doing better on this. And he just kind of pointed out things. And that stuck with me. Like, that stuck with me every single day. And I was like, you know what? He's right. Like, at first I kind of got a little irritated. And I was like, man, what does he know? Like, I'm just starting out. I don't have any money. Like, I'm just trying to get going. Like, I don't have enough money to get these shirts. Of course I want to dress nice and things. And so I just made that a mission. I was like, okay, well, I've got to get nice shirts. I've got to, I want to get a nicer logo. I want to make sure that I get my name embroidered, and be all fancy. And when I did, I was so proud of myself. I was like, wow, I really did this, And then I made sure to get like a tote instead of a clothes basket for my towels, and I put it in the back seat. I didn't have anything in my front seat. So I just kind of took notes on that. So that was huge for me because I didn't know any better. Nobody had ever taught me. So I didn't know. Thank you, Melissa. I see your emojis. But I didn't know. I had no idea. that it was better to wear that. So I mean, I was just doing what I seen other people do, and I was just trying to start this business. Like I was in no shape, form, or fashion like, oh, I'm gonna go out and start my own business and be successful and do this and hire people. Like that was never like something that I wanted to do, but it just turned out to work out better for me, and I enjoy it. Like I really enjoy what I do, and so it's a lot better because every single day I go to work, like I see amazing views. I get to meet really cool people at this point. And when you first start your business, you have to go through a lot of bad people because you're on the cheaper end. But after you start and word of mouth starts going, you're busy all the time, and your pricing goes up. Like you're out there getting paid good money, and you don't mind taking your time to do a good job because your customer appreciates it. You're kind of more relaxed a little bit than you would be if you're just like, oh my gosh, I got 100 jobs to do and they're all cheap. Like that's so stressful. Like you might have less work when you have clients that are more expensive, but the good thing is you're getting paid. Like what you go one job, what you normally do two jobs. So it's some give and take in there, but I think overall it's a lot more enjoyable. But like I said, your first couple years you got to grind. You kind of got to start at the bottom of the market and work your way up. That's what I recommend because you don't want to be too expensive, and then you go in there and you don't have a nice fancy shirt, or you don't have nice fancy tools. You don't even have a water fed pole yet. You're just doing traditional stuff. If that's the case, then it doesn't matter. Like you charge that, the lowest at the market of your area, but find out what your market is. Like a good way to do that, and I hate that I'm about to tell you all this, but a good way to do that is to call around and act like you have 20 windows, like whatever, like you call around and say, hey, I got 20 windows. How much does it cost? And then you find out from the local window cleaning companies that are in your area. And then you can kind of price according to, and then watch them, like watch your competition, like not necessarily like watch them and do everything that they do, because that's not really the right way to go about it. But just watch them and see how, like, what are they doing in this time of year? Oh, it's slower in the wintertime. Well, what are they doing? They're offering more gutter cleaning or whatever they're doing. Just see what they're doing in your area. It's going to be different in every single area is different. A lot of people in my area do Christmas lights. I'm not doing Christmas lights. Like, no, thank you. Like, I do not have time to do Christmas lights. I did it for 1 year, and I decided, nope, this is not for me. Like, it's super sketchy. You need really good. And then my insurance was super expensive because of Christmas lights. So when I stopped doing that, my insurance went way down, or more down than it was. And so, it just wasn't worth it to me. I would rather, like, okay, I know it's going to be slower in the wintertime. So, if I can, I'll do as many jobs as I can. But when I'm off, I got a season pass to Big Bear, which is the ski resort. So I'll just go up there and go snowboarding on a day when I'm off, or work in the business, or go pass out flyers, or work on different things in the business that are super important so that it can grow right. Have the right structure, have things structured too. I mean, I didn't. It was really hard. There's like no templates or nothing for me. I kind of had to start everything from scratch, and I had my secretary. She helped a ton on the new COVID stuff. But all that's super important. But anyways, so that's the story on why I dress a lot nicer than I used to. I don't want to ramble on too much more about that. The next thing I want to talk about is rain cancellations. There's a couple things about rain cancellations. I really don't like rain cancellations. We always try to ask people, the day before, like, hey, just so you know, like, or we'll call a couple of days before and say, hey, just so you know, it's going to be raining on this day. Like, do you want to move your appointment? And some people are cool with it. Some people are like, no, it's totally fine. Like, if it rains, it's not a big deal. We just need them cleaned. So that's cool. So then you have that customer locked in when it rains. But then you have customers that are like, no, it's no point in cleaning the windows when it rains. But you want to try to encourage them that, like, we can at least come and do the inside. We can at least, wash the screens. We can at least wash it down. We can at least come down and do something. Because then, a lot of times, that's what I say is, like, we can come right now. Hold on one second. We can come right now and go ahead and clean all the windows inside and out, and then we can go ahead and get you in the schedule for another day. We'll just come and touch up the outside. That way, you still make money. You know what I mean? Like, you still made money that day. Yeah, you're gonna have to schedule it again, but if they cancel, you're scheduling it again anyway. So it's a lot better if you schedule them and you're actually just going there to touch them up. That makes more sense. Now, you might not make nothing that day because you're going and touching them up, but it doesn't matter because you already made that money the other day. So yes, you're having to go back twice, but you still made that money today, and it doesn't take long to do the outside windows, which is the only thing that can get messed up by the rain. So keep all that in mind. Try to let the customer know that, like, hey, like it's not going to make that big of, that much of a difference. Especially if they have gutters, if it does mess your windows up, I'll come back and touch them up. We do a 10-day rain warranty. After 10 days, and I'm only coming out there once too. Like, so after 10 days, like, that's it. You know what I mean? If you haven't told us that your windows are bad, but normally we already know it's going to rain, and we say, hey, we're going to go ahead and get you in the schedule to touch your windows up. I think that's probably the better thing to do. That way, it's already over and done. Like I said, it doesn't take that long, especially if you have a couple guys. So that's what we do on the rain cancellations. I had thought about, charging people, and I might in the future, because it might get to the point where I need to take a deposit beforehand and say, hey, look, you have to pay this deposit up front, and, this deposit will be credited to your account whenever we come to do the window cleaning. If you cancel, then you don't get your deposit back. That's just how it is. So, in the future, I've thought about doing that. That's kind of my idea right now, but we are not putting that into place yet. So, COVID situation, we go in to a house, just kind of walk you through how we go about everything since COVID. So right off the bat, March last year, so around this time last year, literally around the 13th, so tomorrow, yeah, they did shut down in California on the 13th. And the reason why I know that is because my birthday is on the 21st, and it was right before my birthday. So, yeah, tomorrow will be 1 year. Wow, since the shutdown of California. That's crazy. So, since that happened, I freaked out the first time because I was like, man, like, they just did a shutdown. Like, what am I going to do? Are we essential? There were so many questions. We ended up just kept strolling right along. We shut down for like 2 or 3 weeks. But we were encouraging our customers, like, please let us come and at least just do the outside. Like, the outside will be fine. Like, we can do contactless payment. Like, you take a card payment over the phone. That might be a good thing. We started doing Venmo. So there was other options that we were able to do the contactless thing. But then you got to the point where people just don't care anymore. They're just like, whatever, like, just come in and clean the windows. It's not that big of a deal. And so we were wearing masks, we were wearing gloves, we were wearing booties, like the whole 9 yards when we go in there, sanitizing tools. Like, we have this special sanitizer stuff that if you get it on your hands, will dry your hands out like crazy. But, we just kind of spray everything down when we can. We have like a spray bottle. We just spray everything down with a sanitizer after we go coming out of the houses. And so, it was like super hard for us to adjust to this because, now we're having to remember that we have to wear a mask every time. And, there was so many different things. And then our workers' comp people were telling us that we had to, get things together for a COVID plan, like for COVID in the office. And my secretary, Melissa, she was working in an office, and people were coming in and out of the office with no mask because you have people that are on both sides, And so, I just finally said, Melissa, just go work from home. I think that's going to be the best thing for you. So now she's working from home, and that seems to be working out pretty good. The way that we communicate and the way we have our systems in place works very well for us right now. We are looking into more CRMs and stuff. Hello, Augustus, newbie from Taiwan. I really appreciate you watching, and I'm really glad that you have learned a lot, and so glad that you just bought your first Ninja Squeegee. Cool. I really love the Ninja Squeegee. I used that one for a long time, but I really appreciate you joining, man. Good to see you. But yeah, so that's kind of how we handle the COVID situation. We still wear masks. We still wear booties. There's still people that say we don't have to wear masks, but we still wear masks. We still wear booties. We still take all the precautions necessary, especially like I was talking about in my video yesterday. When we go into houses, we wear gloves and stuff if we have to move anything, but we always try to get the customer to move it. So when we're doing the quote, they always say, is there anything we can do for you? And just, if you could just move everything about 3 feet away from the windows, it would help us out a ton. It's going to save us a lot of time. We'll be in and out of here. We'll be out of your hair before you know it. So whenever you kind of present it like that, most of the time they'll move stuff unless they're not able to. Like I talked in my video yesterday, 55 plus, 65 plus communities are not going to be able to move all the furniture. So, you got to be able to move that furniture. So, you know, you just want to take the right precautions as much as possible. I mean, obviously you're going into people's house, so it's hard. It's just hard. But as long as we're following the rules, I feel like we're doing the right thing. We have COVID waivers now that you got to sign, and it says like it's not our fault basically if you get COVID or whatever. And this is all thanks to my secretary. I didn't have time. Like I'm out here trying to grind, trying to grow the business, and she kind of helped me along with that and got it going. But it's super important to communicate with your employees, encourage them. I love my employees so much. They have been like family, and they have helped me grow my business, and I really appreciate you, Melissa, and you, Robert. I know y'all both on here watching. I really appreciate y'all watching. Y'all don't have to be here. Y'all not getting paid to be here, but I know y'all want to be here because you want to see what I have to say, and I really appreciate y'all. I could not do this without y'all. Y'all are amazing, and I'm so glad that I get to encourage y'all. Y'all encouraging me, and we make a great team. So anyway, that's the situation with the COVID, and if you have any other questions on that, just put them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button, the thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up on this video, please. I would really appreciate it. Any feedback would be great. And if you're on here, just say hello, please. Looks like we got Sean. He said, wear that mask, cover your face, cover your butt. Yes, you are right about that. You got to cover your butt because you don't want somebody to be like, the window cleaner came over and got me sick. Like, you don't want that. Like, that's not good for business. And if you're sick, don't go. Like, take the precautions. Shut down if you need to. Like, we almost had to shut down one time because a customer, we went and cleaned her house. She got COVID like 2 or 3 days later. And so we was like, okay, hold on. We got to put everything on hold until we find out her results. Come to find out she did not have COVID. And we were like, yes. So we were all good to go. And we just kept on trucking along. So we didn't have to close down for that, but we would have if that needs to be. That's why you got to save that money. Don't be just blowing money on stupid stuff, and be careful about buying expensive tools. Like, sheesh, like tools are so expensive, and they're about to go up again. I'm seeing it on some of these people that make our tools. They're saying that the material price is going up, so that means that the tool price is going to go up, and that means that the pricing for window cleaning is going to have to go up. But anyway, so. We talked about rain cancellations. We talked about COVID. We talked about the things to-do list. No video tomorrow. No video at 7 a.m. This will be the video. Let's see. YouTube and what I've learned. So, YouTube is one crazy thing. I would have never thought that I would have as many followers or subscribers as I do. I think a lot of it has to do with me being consistent on videos. And I think a lot of it has to do with how much heart and time I put into my video editing. I wish I could show y'all. I have like 4 computers. Sometimes I have all of them going, and I'm like, I'm constantly. I have 2 of them because I can only do 2 at a time because I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Apparently, you can only have 2 computers going at one time. But I'm about to buy another subscription so I can have 4. Going at one time because I'm also working on some other projects with my music. I do music as a hobby, so I'm working on some projects with that. But anyway, so YouTube is crazy. It can be a great thing, but it consumes your life. Let me just tell you. I've been doing this since December. Every day I have posted, and I've almost at 100. It's been a great journey. I've learned a lot. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I've met a lot of cool people. It was cool. I got to meet Marcus and talk to him a little bit before he passed. So, rest in peace, buddy. Like, such a cool guy. But anyway, so it's cool to be able to network with all of the people that make my tools, and just be able to network with, people that have been cleaning windows for 30 to 50 years. Like, and then 3rd generation window cleaners, giving me insight and just kind of coaching me through some things. I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten. But it consumed your life. Like, it's a whole thing. And once as many videos as I'm producing now, like, I see why, I guess I'll say it, Luke the window cleaner, why he got off of YouTube, because he's got a life. He's got a house. Like he's trying to do things with his family. I just got married. The same with me. That's why I'm like, after this 100 video stuff, like I have got to slow down a little bit because I want to spend time with my wife. Like, I want to have a life outside of YouTube. Because you're constantly, answering questions, and you're on live stream right now. On a Friday night. So be careful looking at people on YouTube and thinking like, man, I want that. Like, how do they make those cool videos and stuff like that? It is really hard. Like, it takes a lot of time, a lot of patience. You got to deal with some people that are really negative. It's just part of it. Let's see. Javier, how you doing, man? E-Man, good to see you, dude. What's up, dude? Thank y'all so much for being on here. I really appreciate y'all. And if y'all have any questions, man, hit me up with them because I'm almost out of things to talk about, and I'm going to be getting off here soon. I'm not going to stay on here too long. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was talking about YouTube. YouTube is super cool. It's a cool tool. You can learn a lot. But if you want to make videos, like, you got to be dedicated if you want to get a bunch of subscribers and all that stuff. And I didn't think my page would grow as quick as it did, but I think it, like I said, it was because I was consistent. I spent a lot of time digging into different music. I'm sure y'all see, like, I try to change up the songs on every video, which is really hard to do because, you got copyrights and stuff. But most of those are actually, yeah, I'd say about 99% of those are coming from YouTube. So I just kind of go through that. And I hope that I can help people become, what they want to become on YouTube too as well, so they see my videos. I can show you how to do it. It's super easy, but it's so time consuming. And then it's like stressful when it don't work. Like, I swear, like I was telling my wife this morning, I think the most frustrating thing for me with YouTube and just all this stuff is like you're dependent on technology to work. It is super difficult and stressful whenever I'm trying to post a video. I got a video to post in the morning. Everybody's expecting me to post a video at 7 a.m. And then, it's 8 o'clock. I'm trying to get this video going. And then my, the Premiere Pro is not working right. So, and then it exports, and then you get on YouTube, and YouTube decides it wants to take longer than 24 hours to upload my video. Like, those things, it's out of my hands. There was one day, I don't know who all's been watching every day at 7 a.m., but there was one day where my video didn't post until like 2 or 3 o'clock. But that was all YouTube. I posted the day before. I got back on there. I was like, why is it still uploading? So I'm not really sure what's up with that. But I honestly feel like I spend most of my time trying to get everything to work properly. That's why I have 4 computers, because when one's not working, I'll jump on another one, try to get it going. Let's see what E-Man is talking about. Question for you. What editing software do you use? Just like I was talking about, E-Man. Or is it E-Man? I don't know. Maybe you should tell me on here how to say it right so I don't butcher your name, because I might be saying it wrong. I don't want to say it wrong. But anyway, so I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and I also use Adobe Photoshop. I do all my thumbnails with Photoshop, and then I use Premiere Pro for the editing videos. It's a subscription. I do a subscription every month, but normally you can get like 2 of them going at one time, which is pretty cool. Let's see. What else y'all got? Any other questions out there? Just like I said yesterday in my video, my favorite tools right now would be the Tucker 4060 for water-fed pole, and the red, white, and blue Sorbo channel with the Unger Ninja handle 40 degree. If y'all are on my channel, y'all probably know that because y'all hear me talking about it all the time. I love Sorbo products. They are awesome. I haven't done too much on the handles. I just got a whole bunch of stuff in, so you'll start seeing some videos on that. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway. So let's see who all's on the video right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put your name in this draw, and we're gonna go ahead and do this giveaway. And I'm gonna be wrapping up here. I'm not gonna take any more of y'all's time up on this Friday night. I hope y'all are having a great night. But let's see who wants to win. I was not able to give my mystery box away on my last giveaway, so that's what I'll be giving away. I'm going to be giving away some tools that I have used that I do not use anymore, so that you can just try them out. So let's see who we got on here. I'm just going to start writing down names. We got E-Man, the window cleaner, and then we got Big Mike, Let's see, we got Sean, and then we got, let's see, any other questions out there? Let's see. Hey, Lee, you made it, man. I was looking for your name because I know you had said last night you was going to try to get on here. Good to see you, man. Let's see, Lee Dirksen. I got your name down, Sean. All right. I'm not going to give it to my employees. My employees are on here as well. And we'll see. Augustus, I'm going to put your name on there. So if you're seeing this right now, I know you didn't just respond. But I'm going to put your name down too. And yeah, so just, on a quick topic while I cut these out, don't be afraid to spend money on tools, but make sure that you're investing into your business the proper way. There's times where you need to invest in employees, and then there's times where you need to invest in tools. And then there's times where you need to just sit down and do your books, get a bookkeeper. You got to get caught up on the office stuff because the office stuff is super important. If you get audited or something, you're going to really wish that you kept up with all that stuff. So I got all these names in here. And these are names from the last drawing too. I want to give everybody a chance. And once you win once, you can't really win again because there's a lot of names. There was 30 people that entered in my drawing last time, and Window Shine won. I was super excited about that because he was a veteran. So I sent that out to him, and he's going to send me a video of him using it, and I'm going to chop it up and make a video so that way y'all can see him using that. Let's see. Is there anybody else in there? Javier. Your name's already in here, I believe, buddy. Let's see. Anybody else I'm missing? David. Let's see, David, I'm going to put you in there because, let's see. David. All right. But just make sure that you're pricing and just know your worth. That's huge. Like, knowing your worth is probably the biggest thing I'd say in window cleaning that I learned. Because, when you start out, you're going to be the cheap guy. But don't be too cheap because you're going to make a lot of people in the area really mad at you because you're making the market go down. Because then, when you price something, you're like, oh, it's $450. But then the other guy said 150. They look like, this guy's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And so, it's the same guy that's been telling everybody else 450. And then you got this new guy come in and says 150. You just don't really want to be that guy because people in the window cleaning industry are going to hate you on that. And you want to kind of be friends with some of the window cleaners, not maybe all of them, because they can send you referrals if they get super busy. So, okay, so I'm going to do the drawing real quick because I'm at the end of this video. Let's see, LOL, employees don't count. I can't put my employee's name in here? Come on, man. I bet Robert wants to win something. Robert, you still on? I bet Robert wants to win something. He already knows all the tools I have, and he's already used them, so he's probably like, nah, I'm good. All right, cool. So I'm going to spread these out. Let's see if you can see. Where can you see? You can see right here. Okay, cool. You see I'm not cheating. All right. So I'm mixing them all up, and everybody's name that was from the last drawing too. And if that person does not hit me up within 24 hours, I'm going to be doing another drawing until I pick somebody, until I find somebody that was watching my videos. Okay, so let's see. All right. So should I pick the first name? Let's see. I made it just on time. Yeah, you did. That's funny. See, Robert wants to win too. All right, cool. So I'm not going to pick the first one, just like I did last time. So that name's to the side. All right, so I'm not going to look. All right, cool. Who is it going to be? We are always watching. I don't think they watch my videos, but it says they're always watching. But it says we are always watching. But I've actually went to their YouTube, and I don't know if they're a real person, and I don't see them on here. And I haven't seen them comment on any other one. So, unfortunately, I want it to be another window cleaner because I don't want to waste y'all's time. So, we are watching. He entered the last one, but I don't think he's a window cleaner or anything. I think they just wanted to win. So I'm going to do another name real quick. Okay. Let's see. Elazar Reyes. I might be saying that wrong. I probably butchered it. He said, watch it be me again. LOL, the first not to be picked. No, I'll do that. So, hey, so you remember I was telling you about the Popeyes gig? I got all 3 locations and we agreed on pricing. Yeah, good job, buddy. But you stuck to your guns and they ended up having to call you back because they already knew you were going to be consistent. So good job on that. Congratulations. Okay, so this is the winner. You got 24. Well, it's not doing it, huh? Let's see. Elazar Reyes. All right. Now it's all out of focus. All right, cool. So that's the winner. I believe that they were on my other, the other drawing. So that's one winner there, and you have 24 hours to message me, or I will be doing another drawing on another day, and all of these names, even the people that were here tonight, go back into this cup. And I hope y'all win. I was hoping that I would draw somebody's name that was on here. But, sorry, but you're in there. So, thank you so much for watching. And thank you so much for all the support, everybody. Oh, yeah, the first name. Before I forget. Okay, so the first name, it was not you, buddy. It is Tyler Smith. You did not win. You did not win, buddy. I'm sorry. So Tyler Smith, you did not win. But the cool thing is because you did not win, you go right back into the cup. So I really appreciate everybody watching, everybody getting on here and commenting. Let's see. Is there any last questions anybody wants to ask me before I get off here? Because I've been on here almost 50 minutes. So y'all have taken up almost an hour of my time. I'm going to have to start charging everybody. No, I'm not going to do that yet. But I might one day. I might do some mentorship programs and stuff once I get to that level. Because I do a lot of business coaching. I do business coaching every month. And I'm learning a lot from other window cleaners and things like that. And so there again, you know, just like I was talking about, know your worth. I know the things that I know can help you grow your business and help you make more money in your business. And so in the future, I might do some kind of mentorship program. I was thinking like doing something like $50 to $100 per hour. You just sit with me and just pretty much pick my brain on everything. I can kind of show you everything on how I do my business, literally show you exactly what I do, so that way your business can thrive like we've been thriving for the past few years. We've been able to grow 100% each year, and all glory goes to God. It is not me. He just so happened to be using me right now, but that's my belief. So I really hope everybody enjoyed it. If you charge us, make sure you know your worth. See, see, Sean, you already know. He said you should do a mentorship. I'd pay $100. Okay, I might take you up on that, buddy, because I'll be looking at. I want to help people. I really do want to help people, but at the same time, like my time, man, I don't have time. Like that's the problem. There's not enough time. You know, everybody. It's so funny. Everybody has the same amount of time every single day. There's 24 hours. Nobody else gets more time or less time. So it's all about what we do in that time. So, you know, I have to make it worth it because I want to have kids in the future. I want to get a house. Like, I want all those things. And that's why I work really hard to make my wife happy. And she works really hard to make me happy. And so, you know, in that, I have to spend time with her. And so, unless it makes sense that I'm providing for my family, I'm eventually not going to be able to do so much of this. But there's already so much content that you can go through. If you're bored, I'm pretty sure there's not a person on here that has seen all of my videos. So go back through, watch my videos, comment on there. If you have any questions, I would love to answer them. Let's see. Does anybody else have any questions? No. All right, cool. Well, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. And we'll see y'all on the next video. Will be Sunday morning at 7 a.m. And I'm getting really close. I think it's like almost a week now. So like by next Friday, y'all will be able to hear my story and how I got started on window cleaning. So we'll see y'all on the next video. Peace out. Wait, I had one more question. Quick question. Low bid storefront, which rubber would you pick? Low bid storefront, which rubber would you pick? Edaray Master Rubber or Edaray Soren Rubber would be my go-to for storefronts. But I would say a Sorbo channel still. I like the Sorbo channel. It's heavy. But yeah, all right, cool. So we'll see y'all later. Hope that answered your question, Augustus. Thank y'all for joining. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out.